Hey everybody, Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to a new series we're going to be starting here on the YouTube channel. This is going to be called Deep Cuts from Classic Albums. Basically, and this is an idea from another of our viewers, this is basically going to be a show where I'm going to look at some pretty top-selling albums from, the last 50 years or so, mostly in the realms of hard rock and metal, classic rock, progressive rock, that sort of thing, where an album was a big seller, had a few, if not more, radio hits or singles or what have you, that most people, when they think of that album, they think of those songs, but that there are some really deep album cuts on there that are probably just as good, if not better, that nobody ever talks about, right? So pretty simple concept. The first one we're going to do here on this show, and by the way, today is Monday the 8th of October. The first album we're going to do in this series is Jailbreak by Thin Lizzy. We all know it, right? Why do we all know this album? Well, for most people, casual fans, we know this album, or they know this album from The Boys Are Back in Town, first and foremost. The title track, Jailbreak, which leads off the album, okay, another memorable tune. Boys Are Back in Town was their huge mega hit on here. Jailbreak, a good kind of FM radio staple over the years, as well as Emerald. I don't think Emerald was ever really a big hit, but a very popular song, especially among Thin Lizzy fans. So once you get past those top three, what else are you left with here? Well, Cowboy Song is also another really great tune on here. Quite possibly in my top two out of the whole album. Great, great song. Another fan favorite. Probably should have been a hit for the band if they ever decide to really push it. But it's got some, great heavy riffs on there, and just the dual guitar stuff from Gorham and Robertson are just incredible. And of course, you got Phil Lynot's great vocals and storytelling abilities with his lyrics. But those are the main tunes on here, right? Those are the real main tunes. And again, you can get a little deeper than that. Warriors is probably one of the heaviest tunes on the album, and that also was great on their Live and Dangerous album. A really good heavy rocker, okay? But what else is here? Some other really good tunes that nobody really seems to talk about. Angel from the Coast, I always kind of liked. That's kind of like this like bluesy, rootsy, hard rock tune that just oozes everything that was so great about Thin Lizzy. Great Phil vocals on that. Wonderful guitar work, but again, not like kind of raucous and really heavy like some of the other tracks on here. Running Back, kind of like a jazzy tune. Jazzy pop song. A little bit different from the band, but damn catchy. All right. Romeo and the Lonely Girl. Another kind of bluesy pop song with little bits of jazz. Kind of a little bit of everything that Thin Lizzy did. Because Thin Lizzy were not just like a hard rock metal band. They did all sorts of different things, had a lot of different elements into their music. Fight or Fall is another kind of cool one. Okay, kind of more of a laid-back tune. Again, little bits of jazz and blues. And in some of these other songs, you kind of hear little bits of funk and stuff like I think Angel from the Coast also touches upon that a little bit. So, a very, very strong album top to bottom, but a lot more to it than just The Boys Are Back in Town and Jailbreak. Now, of course, Emerald, probably my favorite Thin Lizzy song of all time. If it's not my favorite, it's top three easily. Probably the embodiment of all that is Thin Lizzy. I mean, it's just Irish through and through. The twin guitars are blazing, the riffs are thunderous. It's just got this attack to it that's just unmatched, in my opinion. And it's just a great song. And, I can't stress enough how good Cowboy Song is. Underrated gem in the Thin Lizzy catalog. And The Boys Are Back in Town, as memorable and anthemic as it is, in my opinion, not even close to being the best song on this album. But of course, that's what grabbed the general public, especially here in North America. It was a huge hit here. I still hear that song all the time, all over the place. And it's just so funny how those who really don't know anything about Thin Lizzy, they know that song, of course. They may not even know it as Thin Lizzy, but they know, I know the Boys Are Back in Town. And it's like, what else do they sing? A lot of other good stuff. You should check it out. So again, top to bottom, this is just a really, really strong album, a very varied album. A lot of times people will come up to me and the discussion of Thin Lizzy will happen, and they'll be like, what's your favorite Thin Lizzy album? It's kind of tough I really like this album a lot. In fact, I love this album. If I'm going to pick a studio album, I usually drift between this and Fighting and Johnny the Fox. Thunder and Lightning I like a lot too. It's kind of hard. It's like this is always my I always want to pick this one, but this seems like such the obvious pick. A lot of times I tend to stray away from the obvious pick just because it has most of their most well-known tunes on it. But you can't argue Jailbreak, Angel from the Coast. I love Romeo and the Little Girl, Warriors. We'll forget the big hit here, Cowboy Song and Emerald. I mean, those are like fantastic songs. So I guess the moral of this show is that if you are a casual Thin Lizzy fan and really all you know from this album is The Boys Are Back in Town and Jailbreak, you owe it to yourself to dive in deeper. If you don't know Emerald, get familiar with it. If you don't know Cowboy Song, dive into that one. And, Warriors, kick-ass tune. Angel from the Coast, get into that kind of little dark funk that they got going on in there. So a very, very strong album from 1976. There's that classic cover. So the first installment of our deep cuts from classic albums, Thin Lizzy, Jailbreak. Visit us on the web at www.seatranquility.org. We're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, of course. We're here on the Mighty YouTube very, very often. Got a couple more quick shows coming up for you this week. And then, like I mentioned in a past episode, I'm going to be taking a little bit of a break, probably close to a week, because my son's getting married. Lots going on with that. I won't have time to sit here and give you any content. But next week, be on the lookout for some good stuff. The History of Judas Priest show is coming up real soon. We're hoping to tape that late next week. So be on the lookout for that. So take care, guys. We'll see you real soon.